Yeah, it was a disappointing performance, but we knew that they're a quality side, and they showed that in Dunedin, and we knew they were going to come out and they went far away from a good performance, and we saw their class today, and we were well and truly off where we wanted to be.
Obviously, Mitch sad and not playing is a big loss for you guys. What was the thinking behind bringing Chapman in?
Yeah, Mitch is obviously an all-rounder. He can obviously been dangerous with the bat of late, and he's been a great player for us in this format for a number of years now. So he was missed, but I guess just that extra batting cover, having Chappie there, and he can bowl the odd over of left-arm spin as well. So I guess that was the thinking behind that, just sort of having a bit more batting depth.
Did you feel a bowler short out there, Rob?
Yeah, I guess you look back on reflection, and you probably would have been nice to have another bowler. But Nish has done a good job for us with the ball in the past as well. So I guess you kind of were hoping to get a few overs out of him as well. So yeah, hindsight's a wonderful thing. But yeah, looking back, probably were.
Does that early shout on the pitch show how weight-perceived margins in the sport?
Yeah, it's a great example. He's sort of obviously had a bit of a lean trot of late, but we know he's a dangerous player when he gets going. We saw that tonight, and yeah, it's sort of millimetres away from a different result for him. But we know he's a quality player, and he wasn't far away from a score, and it does show you how fickle sport can be. As I say, the umpire gives that out. That's him gone for another game and another low score. So, but that's cricket. That happens, and he made the most of it today and showed that he is a quality player.
Back to the first innings, what did you sort of have in mind as a pass score, or what you wanted to try and keep the Aussies to?
It's a reasonably high scoring ground, but yeah, we obviously were well and truly off where the expectations we set with the ball. So yeah, I think it was disappointing. I think early wickets is always key, and we've been able to take early wickets in the first two games. But shows if they can build partnerships, they're very dangerous players, and they sort of made the most of that and showed us how dangerous they can be.
It's not like they were drop catches or missed run-outs or anything, but there just maybe seemed to be a little less energy or something in the field, maybe perhaps compared to the first T20s. Was it just a general all-round sort of under par performance, do you think?
Yeah, it's not the standard that we set with the ball. I think in the first two games we've taken early wickets, which has created that buzz in the field, and then we've sort of gone from there. So I think it's about fielding's just an attitude. It's you give no matter what. So yeah, probably just the atmosphere seemed like that, but I think the guys were still trying in the field. A few balls sort of went into spaces early on. But I think as a bowling group we'll reflect, and we weren't good enough tonight.
Buzz and atmosphere, obviously no atmosphere in the crowd. Did that sort of feel like a huge handbrake turn from the first two games?
I think the first two games the crowd was outstanding, and yeah, it's a shame not to have the crowd, but I think you don't need the crowd to get yourself up. You're playing for your country, you're playing for New Zealand, and that should be enough to get that buzz. And as I say, the guys, there was still that buzz out there, but I think we just lacked that execution with the ball. Yeah, he's obviously had a nice couple of years in the Big Bash. He's got pace, and he showed that he can perform at this level. So it's a good start for him. But yeah, there's a bit about him that I'm sure we've seen bits and pieces in the Big Bash, and now we've been introduced to him in the international stage as well.
It's a pretty unique situation where there's 3 games and the one venue. Obviously, double headers, 6 games on this pitch. How was it today, and how do you think it'll change throughout those games?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting as the week unfolds, with the women playing before us as well, and so yeah, it's I don't know, it's just something you have to adapt to. It is what it is. The pitch is obviously going to be slightly more worn as the games go on, but as we saw tonight, it's usually a pretty good surface here at the stadium.
Talked about fine margins before. Jimmy bowled you the victory in the last game and went for 60 today, as he do, and as he feel those things when he goes for runs.
Yeah, I think any time you feel like you've let your teammates down, you've let your country down, but we know that it can be such a fine line in this game. We saw last week he was a match winner for us, and he is a match winner for us. So I think he'll bounce back in the next couple of days. The beauty of it is we can have another crack in a couple of days to put the wrongs right. And he's shown in the last wee while that he is a quality player with both bat and ball. Yes, he had an off day today, but that can happen in this format. So I'm sure he'll be chomping at the bit to get back out there and I don't think one bad day sort of undoes the work he's done for a period of time now.
Well, thanks guys. Thanks Tim.